Hello, creators, and welcome to Day 8. The topic today, dreams. You just have to dream big, and coupled with your dreams, what are your plans for this year with regards to streaming, etc., etc., etc. Wow. Welcome again now that I'm finally on the screen. Not quite used to this whole procedure yet, doing these things back, forth, over, and under. Dreaming. Well, you know, I guess because I'm from a different era and am I past the dreaming stage and, you know, am I in the December of my lifespan? Well, probably so. But what I want to talk about is, of course, you know, my interest, aside from streaming and technology, is sports, and hockey in particular here in my hometown. So when our team was sold, and I'm thinking it's back maybe 6, 7 years ago now, when the new owners came into town, and the general manager said, "Whit, what would you like your role to be with the team?" Because I had and held various roles, top to bottom, in the organization over a great many years. Too many to mention on here. And I replied, and in my wisdom, and I give myself credit for this, I said, "Dusty, I want to be the senior advisor." And he said, "Well, sounds good, but what does that really involve?" I said, "Dustin, what it involves is I want to be informed and knowledgeable about all of the things that are happening, except I don't want any responsibility." Boy, what more could an old guy ask for than that? And you know what the surprising thing is? He's grasped that, and he's ran with it ever since. I'm on the inside when it comes to trades, signings, any of those kinds of things, and yet nobody says, "Be here and do this." I go beyond, of course, but that's because I want to. Currently, let's see, do I have any of these things that I can show you? What I'm currently involved with in the team. I currently do a couple of things on a regular basis. One of them is after every game, by the next day at 9 o'clock, I've generated the highlights. So here's sample highlights. I'll just show you a little bit.
To Haynes, to Keene, to Bonfield. They try to open up a seam here. Now Bonfield.
Well, that's a sort of once or twice a week I have to fulfill that duty, and I do it on my own volition. So I produce a video highlights. Where I've really progressed, and this is what I really like, is I want to show you this one. This is my favorite. I use vMix, and we do player interviews. I just produce and direct this. So we use my computer. Both the host and the guest call my computer, and weekly, and usually it's been Thursdays at 11 because my host is an on-air personality on a local radio station, and I think he ends his shift at 11 in the morning. Anyways, here's a brief look at trending in sports.
Trending in Sports presents Harper's Sports Bazaar with Harper Cody. Strap yourself in, because we're set up, switched on, and ready to go.
One more game left in the regular season. That's tomorrow night for your Brockville Braves before the playoffs in the CCHL. And pleased to be joined now on Trending in Sports by Braves defenseman Josh Cole. How are you, Josh? Thanks for doing this.
Oh, I'm doing great. Happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for doing it.
So that's the two samples of what I've been doing. The interviews we've been doing for about 2 years now, and I'm really enjoying producing those. And of course, you noticed Face for Radio. I wasn't on camera in any of those ventures, but dreaming and what are my goals for this year? And I think I mentioned them maybe in a 1 minute video at the start. Is I have two objectives, and I'm going to be happy if one of them comes to fruition. I want to produce. I'm thinking weekly, but could end up being monthly, is this week or this month in the Braves Nation. And I want to go to the library, pull out, look at the microfiche, and pull out what happened in 1963, 1969, 1978, those kinds of things. I want to produce a weekly or a monthly video highlighting those kinds of things. On the other side of the coin, what do I want to do? I want to produce a show where it would have to be more, it could be once a week, once a day. Early morning would be really nice. And it's sort of a sports page kind of thing where I go online and me on one side of the picture and the web page on the other side, and we take a look at the overnight scores in the hockey leagues that are critical, A, to me, and B, to my potential viewers. So am I dreaming big? Yes. And those are the two things. I want to implement those two things come September 1st. So, what dream big,